Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here, and here's something you don't see on the channel every day. We have a fixed blade to look at today. This one was sent to me by the guys at gearbest.com to have a look at, and it was funny enough that I received this. This was actually a surprise to me. They sent me a package with this Ganzo G730 in it. Review on that. It's probably up on the channel already by the time you're seeing this. If it isn't, that will be coming soon. Ganzo G730. But this knife actually was a surprise. They'd thrown this one in with the other package. And yeah, I mean, don't normally do fixed blades on this channel, but let's have a look at it. And it was funny that it arrived when it did, because only the day before I've been watching Cedric Ada, Pete's review or overview on the SA3. And I was kind of looking at it saying, yeah, it's a pretty cool knife. I don't know if anything that kind of size range would fit into my system or be something that I would use at all. I'm more about the EDC knives. But then this thing turned up, and if anyone who knows what the SA3 looks like, they'll know this thing, this knife here bears a striking resemblance, even down to the kind of the font on the model number here. This is CIMA, I think that's how you'd pronounce it, CIMA 1. Probably, I think this is the most common CIMA knife on the GearBest website. I'll show you that later on. You can see there CIMA knife 7CR17 MOV, which is a steel I have absolutely no experience of, so anyone who wants to chip in on that, feel free. Comes in a plain edge or serrated. You can see the overall design of it there. I think it's almost 9 inches overall, 3.5 inch approximately cutting length, just under 4 inch kind of blade overall, up to these handle scales, which are listed on the website as being a flax material, but I'd say they're very similar to the linen micarta that Pete described for the SA3. They certainly feel like a micarta, and you can actually see a little bit of fibre along the edge there kind of breaking away. But overall quality on this is really pretty good, very sturdy. Blade stock is about 3/16. You can see a nice black powder coat in it there. I don't know how long that would last, but yep, seems pretty nicely made. There's no gaps or anything here. Edge looks pretty nice and even. Whoops, nearly cut myself. And I haven't really tested this at all other than a quick sharpness, which was pretty average, but as you can see, it's a fair wedge of steel, so there's only so much you can expect. I will try and get around to actually taking this outside and having a bit of a proper go with it, see what we can get into in the way of doing some hacking at trees and that kind of thing. But in the meantime, I thought we'd just take a look at it on the desk and let you guys see what we're looking at. And we can try sharpness here. First of all, let's be a little rough on it and try it on phone book paper. You can see nice forward choil there. The overall ergonomics of it are really nice. I mean, if you put your finger up there, I would say that choil is maybe slightly small. I can feel the back of the edge kind of poking inside of my finger. But if you do put your finger up there, you can see you clearly got a nice 4-finger grip plus a little extra. Your thumb just falls nicely on that jimping on the top there. If you move back in here, still a 4-finger grip. Your thumb kind of doesn't really want to stretch up there, but you know, feels comfortable, fills the hand. Just over 1/2 inch thick, including the scales. Definitely fills the hand and feels really, really comfortable. You certainly feel like you could, you know, do some work with that, I guess. So handle is a little smooth, I would say, but the fullness in your palm kind of allows you to get such a good grip. I don't know if that'd be too much of an issue. And obviously it's not a huge blade, so you're not going to be doing anything too extreme. Let's see if this is sharp or not. Yeah, I would say it's fairly sharp, but might be a few hang-ups in the edge. Because once it actually gets slicing there, you can feel it's really pretty smooth, but I think there's a few teeth is maybe the only problem. So yeah, a little strop or a little run on the ceramic rods would probably sort that out. It's a little harsh if you're trying to slice foam book paper with something that thick anyway, I guess. You can see full flat ground there, of course. So it's just standard weight kind of printer paper or copier paper. Not too bad. Yeah, again, definitely, I think there's maybe just a few little teeth on the edge, or a few little nicks perhaps, but overall not too bad. And it's not really the sort of knife you're probably going to be slicing up paper with anyway. You're more likely going to be cutting some wood, so we do have a little piece of, I don't know what, I guess spruce here. Let's just try that and see how it bites in first of all. And as I say, we will try and get out in the woods and do something, or at least out in the yard and do something with this at some point. But in the meantime, let's see how this bites in. So doing not too bad, cutting in quite nicely there. So we can just shave down here. Definitely nice conference inspiring shape. Let's see if we have any marks at all yet. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of thinning of the coating there, and I don't imagine the coating this will last too long. But again, referring back to Pete's remarks in his video in the essay, it's not really a big deal, this sort of knife, the coating getting worn. You kind of want it to look a bit worn, don't you? Because otherwise, I mean, what is this? This is certainly not just a piece to have lying around to look cool at your home. You probably want to take this out and actually use it. So I would for sure keep this in my truck or something, as either an emergency knife, or if I'm at work or whatever and need to do some heavy chopping through some undergrowth or anything like that. Yeah, pretty cool little blade. So I don't know if I mentioned the price. I think the essays are around about $100 or something, aren't they? Can't really remember. But this one is $20 and, well, 21, 26. That's blade without sawtooth, or you can choose blade with sawtooth. You can see there gearbest.com at the top and just search for CIMA, C-I-M-A, and it will come right up. And it's actually quite cool to go and check out their page on this knife, because they have all their own videos as well. There's quite a few videos on the knife itself. A little bit of blurb there. I like this part: keep it away from kids, they may hurt themselves. So I thought was quite on the money there. A few more images. Flax handle, as you can see there, it says. And here we get to the sheath, which I will show you in just a second. And it says there high hardness 58 to 60 HRC. That's what they're claiming. And yeah, quite a bit of additional information. I'll hold it there actually, and you can pause that if you want to see the specs on it. Okay. Let's just take a look at that sheath. Wasn't very impressed with the sheath, to be honest. I was much more impressed with the knife, which I actually quite like. And as I say, I wasn't too sure about this size, if this would be something that I would use. But yeah, I'd certainly keep it around for some tasks. I could actually see myself, something we like to do here, particularly in the winter actually, but also in the summer as well, is go outside and have a fire pit in the evening. And just sitting around the fire at home and cutting up some branches and stuff to go on the fire. Could definitely see me having this sitting by my side for that sort of stuff, rather than pulling something out of my pocket folding knife to use it. So could definitely use it for that. The sheath is just a simple kind of plastic sheath, has a belt clip on the back there, 4 screws attaching that to the actual plastic of the sheath. Slide this in. Oops. So it does feel like it snaps in quite nicely. There's a little bit of rattle, and unfortunately, yeah, any kind of shake is pretty much going to dislodge the knife. Yeah, I'm trying not to shake it too hard so I accidentally bounce it off the desk and skewer my leg with it. But yeah, any kind of shake kind of, knocks it loose. And it was funny because in this video again, hate to keep talking about Pete here, but in this video again, Pete was going on about how there was a bit of paracord attached to the bottom of the sheath, and had a little, I think it had one of these little cable holder things on it, and he said he couldn't really figure out the purpose, but this one had one as well. So obviously either the guys at CIMA and ESSE both are on the same page in terms of why that would be useful, or these guys are straight copying ESSE's work with the paracord on the bottom of the sheath, and nobody really knows what it's for, but they're all just putting it on there anyway. So I don't really know which way that goes, but there's the overall package for you guys. Pretty impressed with it so far, and I say I'll try and get another video done for you. But in the meantime, yeah, I mean, recommended, feels sturdy for the money, and by all means, if you want to buy one and go and beat the crap out of it and see how it survives, I'd love to know how you get on. And there's probably a lot of you guys get out in the woods and have the ability and the opportunity to use something like this as it should be used a lot more than I do. So I appreciate any feedback you can come up with. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back with more videos soon, and hope you're having a good day. Cheers.